It's that time again. To tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell another motherfucking friend. Share, like, and subscribe. Don't hide. Because it don't cost you nothing to tap on them buttons. You feel me? As always, man, support the channel, man. Sub, like, share, subscribe, man. Support the channel. Support your boy. Support the movement. You did. Because we always going to bring you another one like the other one. Another one like the other one. Great content. And always, you know what I'm saying, giving some credible advice. So with that being said, welcome to another episode of I Got Five Let's Talk. Um, First, I'd like to say, may Allah be pleased with Irv Gotti in his life. Uh, May Allah have mercy upon him to where, he's able to walk with the angels. Allahu Alam, Allah knows best, man. What I do know is, you know, uh, he didn't die from something uh, pertaining to, I don't know. I really don't know, but nigga really here just to talk about his contributions to hip hop. His lightweight beef he had with 50 Cent, um, and to shed light on one of the things that I feel that was profound in hip hop that really and ultimately kind of like destroyed his career. Um, so shout out to Irv Gotti, shout out to Murder Inc. Shout out to everybody that made Murder Inc. possible, man. With that being said, Irv Gotti, man, he was a DJ. It's alleged and it been thrown around that he wasn't really no street kid. It was alleged that he got his name um, by somebody else, and this is what Irv Gotti says. Irv Gotti says that he got his name. He didn't make his name. His name was like DJ something at first. So him being him, Irv being Irv. You know what I'm saying? He rolled with the name, which was cool. It really fed him. It really fit him. Um, and you know how it goes in the rap, especially early on rap. You know what I'm saying? You had to really ride with your side. So again, you know, I don't got the playboard in front of me, so I can't give up what I'm saying the claps and everything. But big ups to Irv Gotti for riding with his side, never wavering, um, and really being there for Ja Rule. You feel what I'm saying? Now, what he did as a whole, as in, the Masters and Ashanti and all that, you know, uh, we'll get into that on another time. But I'm going to try to find uh, so I could talk about this distribution. What up with the Trey? All right, all right. Let me see if I can find it. Cause yeah, here we go right here. And before I play this clip, um, it was a lot of names that was set in motion that was alleged to say that they didn't want this to happen. It was alleged to say that Suge Knight told on them. It was alleged that Jay-Z told on them. It was alleged that even 50 Cent told on these guys for trying to match this type of deal. You know what I'm saying? Um, I could definitely see Suge Knight and Jay-Z doing it. 50, I don't think he was that well in that upper room yet. I don't think he was at that time. I don't believe 50 Cent was he had that much control or star power in hip hop, to know that they was making a deal. But let's listen to it.
Irv Gotti, Jay Prince. They was trying to get a distribution company. It wasn't a distribution. It was a union. Honestly, it was all Suge's idea. It was all his plan, and it was a hell of a plan, man. He was like, yo, we get all the artists together.
Shout out to Suge Knight.
Every artist in general. And he was like, okay, say you got $1 million budget. So instead of $1 million, you'd have $1,000,001 with 100,000 going to the union. Now, this will all get recouped back to the artist. It'll go towards an annuity. It'll go towards a retirement fund. And it was easy metrics because instead of you recouping $1 million, you recoup $1,000,001.
Someone left that meeting talking about our move. Unfortunately, the feds hit all of them at the same time, which I don't think was a coincidence.
Jay went and told. He went and told. He blew the spot up. Feds came in and started hitting niggas with cases because they all said, yo, we're going to put our money together. Now think about it now, how everybody get robbed off the streaming.
Now, again, shout out to Irv Gotti. Really, shout out to Suge Knight. It's a lot of dudes that be looked at and get the stigma as boogeymen. You know what I'm saying? Now, we all know what Suge was doing in it. It's no hocus pocus. This ain't no Mary Poppins. We know what Suge was doing. We know how Suge was getting down. But for Suge to show that alliance of what we could do on a distribution union deal, they got the Teamsters. Suge was trying to put something in play to where, niggas eat. And, a lot of people wasn't moving with it. Now, me, I'm of the belief that, I have different names that told, but Irv Gotti tried to create something for hip hop. Whether, he was trying to steal people's masters or whatever, he was trying to bring it from them to him. And as you heard it, they say that they allege that Jay-Z told. You feel me? That Jay-Z, even Jay-Z boys saying that Jay-Z told because all of them had their money. A lot of them had it. Well, definitely Irv Gotti. Irv Gotti almost had all of his money wrapped up in that deal. And then the feds hit him. They hit Irv Gotti with the Kenneth Supreme situation. We seen the allegations unfold with Suge Knight. We really didn't hear too much about Jay Prince. You know what I mean? But Irv Gotti got to be remembered as one of those guys that stood up to the bully in rap, stood up to 50 Cent, no matter if he lost, no matter how it's perceived in hip hop. You feel what I'm saying? Them niggas stood up and was going toe to toe with 50 Cent. So, we could talk all the shit we want to about Murder Inc., you know what I'm saying, and how 50 killed their career and everything. But these was the only people to stand up and be like, nigga, you not gonna bully us. So shout out Irv Gotti, man. The clip I'm finna run right now is by Gangster Chronicles, and it's titled "How the FBI Blocked Black Distribution in Hip Hop."
Jump in my new car with me. I got it on cars.com. It's got everything I searched for.
Like when Suge got out, it was really popping. You know what I'm saying? Suge got out and got straight to it. You know what I mean? Bill.
But I don't want to take away too much or overshine Irv Gotti's passion. Because like I said, I really want to, get into it about his hip hop, you know what I'm saying, about his contributions. We'll get into the beef, the stigmas, and everything later. But like I said, this was a dude who really stood up to 50, really tried to carve out his own path. And even though he was in bed with them people, and he was doing some fucked up things, you know what I'm saying, Irv Gotti, I never seen him rat when he was going. Me personally, he was going through the shit with Kenneth Supreme, the beef with 50 Cent, 50 getting the not protection order, but what was that called, man? one of them orders to where you got to stay away for certain feet from me. 50 put that on them. And I mean, you could say it's a good thing just in case y'all come around me, I could shoot you up. But, you could talk about the killing of Ja and Murder Inc. We could all talk about the death of Murder Inc. But I think Murder Inc. gotta be remembered as that group and that label that stood up to 50 Cent and his crew. You know, Jay-Z was so scared of him, lyrically and uh, streetwise, that he got out of hip hop. He just got out of Dodge.
Shout out to all my brothers out there that got the beard that like to take care of it, like to keep it growing. Look, we got a Black Friday sale going on right now. $5. All right, well, yesterday we reported here on Hip
He
Hop News
suffered a
Uncensored
stroke.
that
Suffered a stroke. And, to be honest, he was stressing, man. I mean, his last interview, you know, uh, would tell you a lot of things that was on his mind and how he felt. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna have him run the last interview that Irv Gotti did.
If you or a family member experience property damage, a physical
me knowing Jay, how I know Jay. Now I'll go back to listen. I'm gonna go
Big
back.
old weirdo.
I'm gonna go
Fat Joe
back
weirdo.
to Brooklyn's finest.
They gotta stop fighting my shit.
All right, listen. I'm gonna get you. The joker moment is you need to hear a story that is just a new story.
Just tell me this story. Why do you think Jay-Z
listen.
and Biggie Smalls?
I'm gonna tell you. You gotta go back to Brooklyn's finest. I was telling Jay, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, and he was like, why? And I was just like, Big was at the Ain't No Nigga that we used to go to these Italian restaurants.
Yeah, interviews sound bullshit. Well, I mean, a lot of that nigga interviews was bullshit. I didn't agree with a lot of shit that he said. But like I always say on here, man, we keep it fair. We keep it clean across the board. We not gonna do no hating. You know what I'm saying? You see it right here. It says, man, let me show you, man. Y'all see what that say right there? Say motivated by being hated, man. So we ain't doing no hating. We ain't doing no hating. We keeping it all the way fair. Even though um, I was on the side of 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? When I was a 50 Cent fan, you know what I mean? So um, I feel like it's only right that Irv Gotti, and Ja Rule them is the only people that, it got to be written in their catalog that they stood up to 50 Cent. It got to be written in their catalog that they stabbed 50 Cent, that they touched the boogeyman in rap. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he never touched them back. You feel me? Um, you know, uh, probably after, 50 got shot, what I'm saying, the streets wasn't too much entwined with him no more. He was losing touch. Um, because some of the things that Irv Gotti says is real. And I'm a 50 fan, man. You know what I'm saying? You ask me, you know, uh, one of my favorite rappers that came up out the mud doing their thing, you feel me, and surviving the way they had to survive, I would say 50. I give it to 50 all day. That real gutter, you know what I'm saying? Some shit that, I could relate to. But we know every fake nigga could tell a real story. You feel what I'm saying? And it's done happened so many times in hip hop. So, um, Irv Gotti, also speaking of him just standing up to 50 and, being that antidote to 50 Cent and the G Unit crew, we got to talk about how he fucked over Ja Rule. And we got to talk about how he fucked over Ashanti. You know what I mean? Especially with the Masters. He told us out of his own mouth that you know, that he was talking to his friend. I think he owns a basketball team or a football team, and he was telling him all the things that he owns, and he was telling him about the rap and the label and all that, and he told him about owning the masters. And that's, a lot of people don't understand when owning your own masters, what I'm saying, you get rich. See, it's supposed to be the other way. It's supposed to be, what I'm saying, the producer or the record exec, the record person, they supposed to get the cheap part of the deal, where the artist gets the majority of the deal. It's their music, they wrote it, you know what I'm saying? So they get the majority of the cut. Um, you know, Irv Gotti wasn't no different. You know what I'm saying? Keeping a hold of people's masters. You saw the shit that he was doing, the petty shit he was doing with Ashanti in the interviews before he passing. Um, and it probably, he showed himself that, he was really hurt by Ashanti not fucking with him. But also, we got to talk about how he treated Ashanti. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, uh, I don't spare nothing and nobody when talking about the life, the legacy, the beef. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's all what made that person. Some might sit up here and say, oh, you can't talk about that. You can't, you know what I'm saying? But that's part of his character. That's who he was. That's what he showed you. You know what I mean? So if a snake hiss at me, I ain't gonna be like that nigga just barked at me, nigga. That snake told me to get away from him. So yeah, you could blame Ashanti, but you know what I'm saying? When you don't know certain parts of the industry and you don't know the lingo and the script that's written, you get lost in the sauce, you know what I'm saying? So, uh, again though, man, even though I'm talking about, what I'm saying, his mistakes in hip hop, you know, Irv Gotti wasn't one of them ones to, really be too petty, you know what I'm saying? You really didn't hear him doing about no fuck shit unless it was business. Like, I wouldn't trust a nigga business, but I could kick it with a nigga. I could function with a nigga. Um, you know, uh, he died from a stroke, man, and that's, also for us, a lot of being evil, it weighs a lot on the person's, what I'm saying, it weighs a lot on a person's health. It's just like telling a lie. Once you tell a lie, you got to continuously tell the lie and continuously tell the lie. So being a wicked person, you know, it's easy to be a good person. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about too much, man. You know what I'm saying? Allahu Alam, Allah knows best. I'm going to deal with that later. Now, being a wicked person, you always thinking of how to get over on the next jit. You always trying to devise a plan on how to get over on somebody. And at some point in time, it's going to take its toll on you. I'm not saying that's what happened with Irv Gotti, but living a stressful life don't help, man. Living a stressful life does not help, not one bit. We may think it, we getting over, we winning for the now, but that's what it is. We winning for the now, not for the future. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you drop a comment, man. You know what I'm saying? Support the channel, support your boy, and as always, man, support the move, man. Stop playing. You know what it is. You know who it is. It's your boy Pharaoh the God. Always on the job. I got five. Let's talk. As always, real talk. Cause I always bring you another one like the other one, man. You know what I'm saying? That like button ain't got no teeth, so go ahead and reach. Tap on that thing one time, man. Show some love, man. Show some support. Um, yeah, it's kind of fucked up that people pass away. Um, but it now I'm gonna talk about Irv Gotti's conspiracy theories. You know what I'm saying? He said that he believes Irv Gotti I mean, 50 was always working with them peoples. You know, for me, anything could happen. But if we looking at it for what it is, 50 was never picked up off on the streets for in or involved in anything to like snitch. Now you say then people come when you get shot. Of course they come. Hamo got shot down. Hamo got killed 2 weeks later. It's alleged that them other niggas took care of that, and that's how they end up falling out. Supreme, he ain't say 50 Cent snitched. You know what I'm saying? So for 50 to be rocking with Big Meech right now is kind of weird. And I think that, by him being petty, like he said he's smoking on the Herb Gotti pack. Uh, it baffles me that like I say about anybody, you will put your career on the line behind somebody that's finicky. That's behind somebody that you can't trust. You can't trust them with your life, let alone your freedom. Rest in peace to Herb Gotti though, man. I don't know what it's like to die. I don't know what a person goes through when they die. You know, um, he did motherfuckers wrong. He shitted on motherfuckers. I don't know what he got to pay for, but you know, um, if you make deals with the devil, he coming back in the answering form. If you make deals with God, he coming back in and he gonna want his payment, just like the devil gonna want his payment. Um, and I'm not saying Herb Gotti was a devil, but when you do fucked up shit, karma coming back on you. And I'm not saying it's gonna come back in death, but it's just shit that you got to answer for. You feel me? Um, and then even back then, they called Jay Z a snitch. They called Jay Z a rat. You know, um, it's kind of it's it's kind of crazy that a lot of things that them dudes were saying about dudes back then. You know, Irv calling 50 a rat, calling Jay a rat, 50 talking about Diddy, and all of us coming to action now. It's just like, you know, them dudes went through some crazy shit, I bet, man. To be in a position they in, all that hard work that he put in over the years, he came back to call, man. Man, let me play with this nigga 50 Cent Trody. Uh, and he was 54 years old, man. I said 50. Um, so I was giving him a little justice. But, he was 54. He wasn't really that old. You know what I'm saying? He didn't look old. He might have had the gray hair. We don't know. He kept a clean shaven. But, nowadays, 54 don't look that old, man. You know what I mean? Now, internally, they organs and shit, I don't know, man. Allahu Alam, Allah knows best. But 54 is reasonably considered young. Not young as in, nephew, my young, what I'm saying, little homie. But young as in appearance, what I'm saying. You old, but you still. When I was coming up, 54 looked at old as shit, nigga. 54 looked at like Uncle Ben's. Like nigga on off the dribble. Like niggas was 54 driving them little cars. Back in the days, 54 was trifling. Now 54, you fairly in shape, you know. So that goes to show too that, what I'm saying, people need to take care of themselves, what I'm saying. Not, what I'm saying, perfectly, because we wasn't meant to, be perfect or to do organic. But Irv Gotti was 54, man. He wasn't that old. Like I say, he was fairly young. He had a stroke, and that comes from a lot of stress, eating the wrong way, and then it builds up, not getting enough sleep, what I'm saying, high blood pressure, what I'm saying, oxygen not getting to your brain correctly, X, Y, and the third, et cetera, et cetera. Um, so that should just go to show us that too, that, we got to take better care of our body. We got to do better things, for ourselves to be here. And being a scandalous motherfucker, being janky, ain't how you live long. You know what I'm saying? Either karma gonna come back and get you, or karma gonna come back and get you. Cause if the niggas come back and get you, that's karma. If you die, that's still, it was meant to happen. Um, but now to switch gears and to keep it 100. Um, what about they? You know, I think I want to say, excuse me, I want to say he sold Ja Rule and Ashanti's masters. I'm not for sure. Don't quote me on that. That's not confirmed. But what I am finna ask is, what happens to they masters now? Because I'm a fan of the artists owning they masters. I'm a fan of the artist taking control of their work, of their material. So, if he sold them, they probably ain't getting them back. You know what I mean? But yeah, Irv Gotti has passed away at the age of 54. He had a stroke. He hit him with the Sanford and Son. It's the big one. It's the big one. You feel me? And it was the big one. It was what that fat bitch said. Nigga, do your big one. Oh, he did his big one. You feel me? I nigga went to that upper room. You know, with that being said, we're gonna ahead close it out. Leave a comment. Make sure you hit that like button, man. It don't cost you nothing, man. But yeah, Irv Gotti passed. Um, he tried to, I think Irv Gotti and everybody in that situation with the distribution deal, I think they heart was in the right place. And it was enough money for everybody to eat the way they made it. You feel me? They made it just like the Jews made it, that everybody ate off of it. Yeah, somebody would have, but they artists was eating. The people that they fucked with, you see how they, they got your boy Drake looking. So I believe that Suge Knight, Jay Prince, and Irv Gotti, their heart was in the right place. And for that, they had to pay for that. Irv Gotti never really came back from that. Murder Inc. never really came back from that. Suge Knight, it didn't matter. He had Tupac, so it didn't really fucking matter. Jay Prince, um, it was alleged that he was always doing his thing down south real quiet, but I do remember, um, if my memory serves me correct, Jay Prince owned a car lot, and the feds end up raiding the car lot and found a couple hundred birds. Now, I'm not sure, but they found some material. And I ain't talking about writing material. They found some material in the trunk of the cars. Um, they say he was able to beat it because it was a car lot. The keys was left there. The cars was left unlocked every night. So, however it went, he was able to beat it and walk away unscathed. Um, Suge, what happened with Suge, he ended up going to jail, getting out, all this, all that. Um, Irv Gotti, they destroyed him. They destroyed him. And everybody says it was, Jay Z and Diddy. And it's just surprisingly that these are the two main gatekeepers right now. Make sure y'all getting them comments, drop a like, man. You know what I'm saying? Hit that subscribe button, man. And hit that notification so every time I drop something, you know what I'm saying, it'll be hitting you in the face like a Haitian.